has offered up some of the darkest and most negative rhetoric in the history of American politics. Okay, over the years. Right now, he's having fun, and it shows. And the Democrats are talking about threats to democracy. Again, I'll say Donald Trump is plenty dark even now, but in his most prominent mode here, he's being upbeat. And the Madison Square Garden event on Sunday is going to be an upbeat event. Democrats are having trouble handling this, and it's just a rerun of 2016. So first, I want to put up, please, 104. This is a tweet from a Democratic operative in Pennsylvania, okay, where he says, it's fun that we're still pretending Trump's racism is populism when only Harris is proposing policies that actually broadly help people. I don't think I need to explain why I'm showing this. That is a very dark tweet in the sense of somebody who's being sarcastic and frustrated and saying that Trump populism is racism. There are aspects of Donald Trump's rhetoric that have been racially insensitive, racially tinged. Some you could call racist if you'd like. But his populism has broad appeal, including to a lot of Democrats in Pennsylvania. So that's one. Two, Democrats continue to talk about Donald Trump's and Arnold Palmer and Donald Trump's phony photo op in McDonald's. Okay. Here's what Nate Silver says, 103. Not sure what extent it's intentional, but last couple of weeks feels a little 2016-ish in that Trump is dominating news coverage with a bunch of stunts that aren't really the issues Harris wants to be closing on. Yes, Nate Silver, you are correct. And the question is, Dan, what can Kamala Harris do about that? Should they stop attacking Donald Trump's photo ops? What should they do?
No, I mean, look, the best defense is a good offense. Like you have to get out there and create your own content. I mean, you have to get out there and she's talking about why to vote for her or why Trump is scary. But
if you were, I'm sorry to interrupt, but if you were in Wilmington, you could turn the clock back. Would you tell the party, yes, attacking the McDonald's photo op is a good use of a news cycle? Or would you say, ignore it, do something else? What would you do?
I would do both to some extent. Like, look, does the candidate and do your top surrogates want to be out there talking about McDonald's? No, but let's.
But they are. But they are,
no,
including not just the top surrogates, the vice president. Why attack a guy's photo up at McDonald's? I don't get it, Sean.
Look, but hold on a second, because
I want Dan to keep
Harris did something like this. If Democrats, I mean, I know, cue up the chat here. If Kamala Harris shut a McDonald's down and had a starch shirt on and handed out a few French fries, Donald Trump would never let her hear the end of this about being a phony and all of this. It's part of his shtick, which is to always be the dominant alpha, punching down to belittle his opponent. It's good politics. Like, I'm not criticizing the tactic. But if you're a Democrat, like, you have to know that. And to your point, if you're whining about your opponent, you tend to be losing, right? I mean, just fact.
So, yes, that's my point, Sean.
God, I hate what I'm about to say because I feel like I don't want to help the other side. But if we remember when Kamala was at her best, it was at that debate. And I said at the time, she went 1, 2, 3, 4, your tie sucks. And he went, my tie's the greatest tie ever. And he took the bait. What Kamala has done in the last 24 hours has taken the bait. Donald Trump went to a McDonald's. He served, who cares, 10 French fries and a starched shirt. And everyone's like, he wasn't wearing a hairnet. I mean, for God's sake, you guys took the bait. He flipped the script. This was so beautiful. So I think the funny part about it is that every once in a while you need to analyze where you're doing well. She, on the debate stage, got him to take the bait. In the last 48, 72 hours, 96 hours, she's been taking the bait. The dynamic has switched. It's beautiful watching him do this. And I agree with everyone who keeps talking about 2016. He was happy and excited going into the final stretch, and that's where he is right now.
Is there any difference between Donald Trump telling his Arnold Palmer story and Barack Obama at the Democratic convention making a fun of the manhood size of Donald Trump? Is there any difference between those jokes in terms of how undignified they are or how crude or crass? Is there any difference?
I think that you know, I sound like a broken record, but every once in a while I talk about people's narratives, right? And Barack Obama has always presented himself as more of a statesman. So
Yeah,
sometimes when you judge somebody here and they do something here, you go, wow, that's undignified because it wasn't Obama. No one thinks that Trump, I said it yesterday, is
but
walking out of St. Patrick's after
but
going to
of
confession.
course,
What's like, oh
but
my God, I
of
can't believe
course,
he swore.
but if, under your theory, the Obama thing should have been covered by the dominant media as a shocking breach of decorum. Instead, it was just laughed at,
Because
and
they don't like
the New
Trump.
York,
I
correct?
mean, the
Okay,
whole thing's
yeah,
ridiculous. It's utter. Look,
yes,
he made a joke. It's offensive to some, but like this is where Democrats just cannot see past, their nose of just like total outrage and disgust with the guy, and they just like it's ridiculous. Like,
all right.
get on
I'm yeah,
message. Like, and
yes, yes.
people,
Talk
look,
talk
People,
about
but
the
the thing with
economy.
just to put it
you
like
know where Barack Obama was best? Barack Obama was best when he was belittling Donald Trump with jokes where everybody was laughing at Trump. What did Trump hate? The White House Correspondents' Dinner, where Barack Obama owned Trump with humor. When did
Yeah,
Kamala Harris do best? When she got out of the gate using humor about, I know guys like this. I know sex. Like everyone
yeah,
was laughing, and Trump was like,
yes,
gotta go punch her.
yes, yes. Good
Then it's just
analysis.